गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये वागीशाद्यात् सुमनसः सर्वार्थानामुपक्रमे यन्नत्वा कृतकृत्यास्य भूतन्नमामि गजाननं दोर्भिर्युक्ता चतुर्भिस्फटिकमणिमयीमक्षमालां ददाना हस्तेनैकेन पद्मं सितमपि च शुकं पुस्तकं चापरेण भासा कुन्देन्दुशङ्खस्फटिकमणिनिभा भासमाना समाना सा मे वाग्देवतेयं निवसतु वदने सर्वदा सुप्रसन्ना कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को नयाति पराङ्गतिं यः पिबन् सततं रामचरितामृतसागरम् अतृप्तस्तं मुनिं वन्दे प्रातेतसमकल्मषम् गोष्पदीकृतवाराशिंहशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायण महामाला रक्तं वन्दे नीलात्मजम् अञ्जनानन्दनं वीरं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम् उल्लङ्घ्य सिन्धोः सलिलं सलीलं यशोकवह्निं जनकात्मजायाः आदाय तेनैव ददाह लङ्कां नमामि तं प्राञ्जलिराञ्जनेयम् आञ्जनेयमधिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहम् पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमानन्दनम् यत्र यत्र रघुनाथ कीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं मनोदवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि यः कर्णाञ्जलिसम्पुटैरहरः सम्यक् पिबत्यादरात् वाल्मीकिर्वदनारविन्दगलितं रामायणाख्यं मधु जन्मव्याधिजरा विपत्तिमरणैरत्यन्तसोपद्रवं संसारं सविहाय गच्छति पुमान् विष्णोः पदं शाश्वतं तदुपगतसमाससन्धियोगं सममधुरोपनतार्थवाक्यबद्धं रघुवरचरितं मुनिप्रणीतं दशशिरश्च वधन्निशामयध्वं वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूता रामसागरगामिनी पुनातु भुवनं पुण्या रामायणमहानदी श्लोकसारसमाकीर्णं सर्गकल्लोलसङ्कुलं काण्डग्राहमहामीनं वन्दे रामायणार्णवं वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदः प्राचेतसादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना वैदेही सहितं सुरद्रुमतले हैमे महामण्टपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने सुस्थितम् अग्रे वाचयति प्रभञ्जनसुते तत्त्वं मुनिभ्यः परं व्याख्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिवृतं रामं भजे श्यामलं वामे भूमिस्था पुरश्च हनुमान् पश्चात् सुमित्रास्तः शत्रुघ्नो भरतश्च पार्श्वदलयोर्वायुवादिकोणेषु च सुग्रीवश्च विभीषणश्च युवराट् तारास्तो जाम्बवान् मध्ये नीलसरोजकोमलरुचिं रामं भजे श्यामलं नमोस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यः नमोस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिं सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः ददाम्येतद्व्रतं मम मानिषादप्रतिष्ठां त्वमगमः शाश्वती समाः यत्क्रौञ्चमिथुनादेकमवधिः काममोहितं बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत् श्रीहरये नमः श्रीहरये नमः श्रीहरये नमः जानकीकान्तस्मरणं जय जय राम राम तपस्वाध्याय निरतं तपस्वी वाग्विदाम्बरं नारदं परिपप्रच्छ वाल्मीकिर्मुनिपुङ्गवम् श्रीपतेः परमानुग्रहेण वयं सर्वे संक्षेप रामायण श्रवणयज्ञे आनन्दम् अनुभवन्तः स्मः. We are all experiencing the ananda in the Shravana Yajna of Sankshepa Ramayanam. Vyoma is extremely thankful to all of you who are attending this Jnana Yajna and enriching yourselves with Rama Bhakti. Today is the penultimate class and tomorrow is the last class of this series. We will be doing a lot of courses in Ramayana in future, but this is a first step. People who have studied Sankshepa Ramayana, this is a very good first step that you have all taken. You must have attended or you must know the shlokas of Sankshepa Ramayana, which I think you all know, or you must have attended a course from Soumya Nagaraj Bagini. Now you are embarking on this course where you are learning the meaning. Purely by Ramakripa, this meaning course has to come immediately after this chanting course. This is purely by Ramakripa only. Now in this journey, we have seen that first sarga, Sankshepa Ramayanam is the first sarga, first documented sarga of Balakanda, and it is named as Narada Vakyam. But there is a samvada between Valmiki and Narada. Valmiki asks, being a Sishya, asks a question as to who is that person who is contemporarily living, who is having these enormous 16 qualities, to which Narada replies with the 64 qualities that amazes Valmiki. And he has come with a mission to make Valmiki right, to prepare Valmiki's mind in order to make him right, compose the Ramayana. This is a celestial planning. This is a planning by the celestial devas, especially Brahma, Saraswati, and Narada, that this entire Ramayana has to be composed by Valmiki, and he is the right person. So based on this planning, our Narada not only tells the answers Valmiki's questions by praising Rama's qualities and telling him some qualities, he also starts telling him the Ramacharita, and he starts from the gunas and talks about Dasharatha, Kausalya, Kaikeyi, and how Rama comes to the forest, the Aranyakanda, how Bharata meets Rama there, and how Rama enters the Dandakaranya to protect the rishis, Aranyakanda, and then where Sita got kidnapped by the Rakshasas. And later, we saw that Jatayu Moksha, and we saw how Rama gets Sugriva as his friend. And they continue. And Sugriva and Vanaras, Rama helps Sugriva to get his wife back. They continue the journey. And Sugriva helps him to search Sita. And in that, amongst them, Hanuman searches Sita and gives him the whereabouts. So Hanuman then crosses the ocean. Rama and Hanuman and Vanaras, they cross the ocean through Setubandhana. And they reach Lanka. And Rama kills Ravana in Lanka. And after this, we are seeing the Sita Charitra, the Sita's character we saw yesterday in detail. And we entered the Rama Rajya Kalpana, which is what is Shloka 90. And we are going to see the Phalashruti today, Phalashruti of this Shloka. So, Rama Rajya Kalpana, what is this Rama Rajya? Can this Rama Rajya be made by one person? Is it Rama who is describing the Rama? Is he constructing this Rama Rajya? How is this being described? So the first Shloka we saw was Prahrishta Mudito Lokaha Tushta Pushta Sudharmikaha Niramayo Sharogacha Durbiksha Bhayavarjitaha. The basis of Rama Rajya lies in a contented society. So Prahrishtaha, a very Prahrishtaha, very happy society. Muditaha, each person enjoying the bliss. And Tushtaha, very contented. Pushtaha, because Tushti and Pushti is connected, because he's satisfied, he's not having a lot of desires, he only wants how much he wants. The Pushti is there. Pushtaha, Sudharmika, and all the basis of all this is Dharmika Chintanam and Dharmika Acharaha, Dharmika Anushthana, Sudharmika, following the path of Dharma. Niramayo Hyarogascha. Because of this, nobody had any disease, nobody had any mental afflictments. Durbiksha Bhayavarjitaha. They were always free from Durbiksha. Durbiksha is free from drought, free from lack of essential commodities. That is how they were. This is where we stopped yesterday. Now, this kind of Rama Rajya has to be achieved by all of us means What is that we have to do? We have to follow dharma. The only thing we have to do is we have to follow our dharma. It has to be started from our house. It has to be started from our family. Then the next family will follow. The neighbor will follow. After seeing your family as an example, then the society, entire layout will follow. Entire community will follow. The society will start following. Everybody will start following. Slowly, this entire following this path of dharma, this entire society and this entire country is going to be very dharmic, and that is Ramarajya. This is the first picture that of Ramarajya that Narada is giving. What is the basis of this Ramarajya? Tushti and dharma, contentment and dharma. This is how it proceeds. Now in Ramarajya, people, when after Rama became the king, people were excited, happy, contented. All these things we see in the meaning. Now next shloka. Na putra maranam kechit drakshanti purusha kvachit naryascha vidhava nityam bhavishyanti prativrataha. So what are these shlokas indicating? Is it a Palashruti? Is it an Arthavada? Or it is an Utpreksha? What is it? See, what these shlokas is telling is, if we do a lot of avriti of these shlokas, if we internalize these shlokas, if we get engrossed in shlokas, we become Ramamaya. We are always thinking about Rama. When we think about Rama, the work we do also will be like the way Rama does the work. So how does Rama does the work? In a dharmic way. So dharma, in fact, dharma becomes a way of life. This dharma is a very scientific subject. People say it is, dharma is very abstract. It cannot be this one. We can say that it's scientific subject. What is today called dharma, and it is documented, was once followed by one person. It was followed by many persons, and all those persons decided that when we follow all this, good things are coming to us. Let us document this and make it a Dharma Sutra. That is how Apastamba Dharma Sutra, all these Dharma Sutras come, and then we follow this Dharma. This is how all this Dharma has been documented, which means that is how the rishis could tell in those days only how the, see, example for this is when Earth was revolving around the sun, the rishis could say that it was revolving and it's a andaja and it is like a rounded shape, etc. All these things they could tell. But our Greek philosophers, scientists, they took a lot of time to say Earth is round and it is revolving around the sun and all these things. They took a lot of time to say that. So because dharma was a scientific subject, they had that, they practiced a lot of things. They could, in every aspect, they could be advanced, not only science, not only mathematics, everything. So what we are trying to address here is the efforts. Ramarajya Kalpana is something which is not by one person. In every aspect of Ramarajya, if Ramarajya has got 100 aspects, every aspect of Ramarajya, the efforts of humanity is very much required. So if the people were not contented, if the people were not dharmic, Ramarajya could not have been achieved. This is the thing that is we are trying to say. Now with this, everything is possible. So naputra maranam kechit, he's talking about this. See, remember, Narada is not telling instead of water from the cloud, honey came from the cloud. This is not what Narada is telling. Narada is telling something something that we can believe, something that we have to think a little bit in a broad frame of mind. If we think we know these things can be possible, we have to connect the intricacies between what Narada is telling and what is today available. Na putra maranam ketit dakshanti purusha kvatit. Let us take this example only. Naputra maranam kinchit dakshanti purusha kvachit. What is the idea that is being told here is the death of children, to death of youngsters or children, was not seen by the elderly people. Purushaha, elders did not see the death of their children. What is the meaning of this? That means is Rama changing the fate of everybody? It is not the real meaning. We have to connect it with start of things. Durbhiksha. So what was the previous shloka? The previous shloka said, Durbhiksha bhayavarjitaha. There was no drought. There was no scarcity of human resources. Everybody were balanced. They were doing the Swadharma. So let us take my grandfather. My grandfather is in Ramarajya. Let us take. My grandfather, he is living very pure, or he is living in Ramarajya or Dasharatha Raja or before. He is seeing that this kind of environment is there. There is no Durbhiksha. The environment is clean. The food that is being produced by agriculturists is clean. There is no chemicals in that. There are no diseases, virus, bacteria which has been put or imposed there. So when there is a clean life, pure life, internally also we are pure because of dharmic thinking. So our entire heredity, our mind, the mental things, our heredity, the genes also becomes very pure. When our genes become pure, a child which is born from my grandfather, who has become very pure because of this Rama Rajya, this entire Kalpana, what will happen? The child born to my grandfather, be it a son or a daughter, is also very pure because the genetic qualities are imbibed in the child. So today you go to a doctor, you tell him that I have diabetes. The first question you will ask is, in your family, did somebody else have diabetes? Who is the person who's having? Is in your family, is somebody having BP? This is what the first question. Even though sometimes you may not be able to prove that it is hereditary, still they ask this question in the questionnaire. What is the meaning of this? That means the characteristics are some of the characteristics we get it from the genes. Now Rama Rajya is not which is done in over one generation. Naputra Maranam Kechit. Now what happened? Dasharatha, Raghu, all the ancestors of Dasharatha, from Manu till Dasharatha, entire set of people who ruled, they were all embodiments of Dharma. They were all Satyavak. They were all Jitendriya. They were all Samadhiman. Rama had some extraordinary qualities, that was different, but they also were having the basic qualities. Now you see how Rama can be so pure, and he can follow Dharma to such a minute, threadbare level, and to the edge of a sword he can follow this. So there is no pollution, there is no adulterated food, there is no hoarding of things. Father is pure, son is pure. So ahara shuddhi, sharira niyama, dharma, swasthya is there, anusthana is there. Therefore, what happens? Long life. Father is living long life, son is also living long life. Everybody is living long life. That is what is the hidden meaning of this. Naputra maranam kechiti. It doesn't mean that Rama is changing everybody's fate. The genes have to be purified through nature. So it is a collective work of all the dharmic anushtanams of all the people, leading to a pure life and leading to a pure environment, leading to a internal, externally, yantashuddhi, bhashya shuddhi, and that is when your genes are there, you get long life, and once you get long life, your children also get long life. All these things are happening. Naputra maranam kechit drakshanti purusha kvachit naryascha vidhava nityam bhavishyanti putpativrataah. So this vidhava is avidhavaha, not widowed, will not lose their respective husbands. Because see, one reason of avidhavatvam is because they have long life, they don't become widows. Each of them have long lives. This is what we mean. The other meaning is, see, if you see this shloka, Naryascha Vidhava Nityam, it is not told that Sumangalyaha Nityam Bhavishyanti Pativrataha. Like that, this shloka is not framed. It is framed as Naryascha Vidhava Nityam. It is framed as Avidhavaha Naryaha Nityam Pativrataha Bhavishyanti. How is this possible? So, what is the meaning? Hidden meaning here is, women will always, even will never lose their husband. That is the ideal situation. If they lose their husband also, they will always be dedicated to the dharma which is followed by the husband. So a woman, if after her husband's death also, if she follows the same dharma, suppose the husband is a Gopala or one who rears the cows, she also becomes a Gopa, and she also rears the cows along with her husband. Now, when husband dies, she continues rearing the cows and she makes sure she protects the family with the dharma that they are following, with the Kula dharma and with the in a dharmic way. So Nityam cha avidhava bhavishanti. So when they are following what their husband was doing and the swadharma, both in terms of professional, career, personal, everything, what will happen? Nityam avidhavaha bhavanti. They as though remained, they are not at all widows. They, even though they lose their husband, they are not at all widows. Swaswa patyanukula vartinyaha acharanam kritavatyaha yetaha naryaha ityartaha. They did whatever swaswa patyanukula, whatever their patis, husbands were doing as dharma, the same the dharma they continued to do, and that is how they became nitya avidhavaha. This is one kind of interpretation. Naryascha vidhava, this is the real interpretation. And whatever is vaidhavyam is decided by the lady. How she has to conduct herself when her husband is there, how one has to conduct herself when the husband is not there or when he is dead, he is completely with respect to the lady. She can decide and do. Dharma Shastra later has told that a vidhava has to be like this, all these things. It honored to safeguard the vidhava stri. Now, in Ramarajya, first thing that we see is Kaikeyi, Sumitra, and Kausalya, they themselves were not having their husbands. Okay. So, even though they did not have their husbands, they continued their dharma, which was followed by Dasharatha. And they helped Rama to do the Rajya Paripalana. And in the Pattabhisheka Sarga, Kaikeyi, Kausalya, and Sumitra are there to see the Pattabhisheka of their son. Now, this is Naryascha Vidhavanityam Bhavishyanti Pativrataha. Now, Pativrataha, these people, they are Pativrataha. They follow the dharma, Patyuhu Vratam Acharanti Ityartaha. They follow the dharma of the husbands. This is the meaning in Ramarajya. Next shloka. Now you see here, there was one question yesterday also. Now the tense has changed from past to future. Naputra maranam kechit drakshyanti is future tense. Drakshyanti is future tense. Now Valmiki is telling the present, the past, and the future. Here he is telling the future. Naputra maranam kechit drakshyanti litlakara. Purusha kvachit naryascha vidhava nityam bhavishyanti pativrataha. So Brahma is one person who knows the Rama's past, future, everything. So at the time of composition of Rama, the content of the present and the next verses had not happened. So Valmiki, through his vision, he sees that. All these things, nachagni jayam, nachagni jambhayam, kinchit napsu majjanti jantavaha, navatajam bhayam kinchit, napijvara kritam tatha. Very interesting shloka. Agni. Why is suddenly Narada talking about Agni? Agnijam, born out of fire. Bhayam, fear. Nobody had fear which is born out of fire. Nobody had napsumajjanti jantavaha. Nobody used to drown in the waters. Navatajam bhayam kinchite. Nobody had any fear of air calamities due to wind. Not jara. na jwarakrita bhayam tatha, napi jwarakritam tatha. Even fever, epidemics, the kind of epidemics we had, flu, COVID, corona, etc. These kind of epidemics were not there in Ramarajya. Now we can analyze this shloka a little bit. Let us try to analyze this. Why is suddenly somebody talking about fire? Fire is of two kinds. Fire can be is natural fire. Suppose you have a forest. Okay. We see that there are forest fires which are coming. Now, how does this fire occur? A forest is a dry, suppose a forest becomes very dry during summer because of extreme heat. It may catch fire. No water, extreme heat, grayish forest. It can cause fire. Now, this forest fire, the reason for when this kind of thing occurs, what happens to that forest? Animals and birds, they go away from that forest. Scarcity of water is there, scarcity of food is there, they go away. Because food is, how is food? The food for animals is, the food for a tiger is some deer, which is also there in the forest. So in the as per food chain, they have food in that zone. So suppose water is not there, food is not available, water is not there, they start going out. So if deer goes out, then tiger has to go out because it will not get food. Something like that, birds and animals go out of the forest. Same way, Manusha also goes. Now what happens is, what are we thinking? If everybody does not respect the environment, and the people start, now what do, when they go out, what do? They migrate to another place. They migrate to another place and see if they can have water, food in another place. So at that time, what will happen? They will try to take the food of others. They will try to take the water of others. Then there is a clash. All these things are happening. So you see, there are a lot of things which are coming out of a small fire. Now, what our Narada is telling is, since there is no dvesha or competition, no one wants to, Subiksha was there. Subiksha was there in the Durbiksha Bhayavarjitaha. Durbiksha Varjitaha means Subiksham Asit Ityartaha. Since Subiksha was there, now Subiksha was there in the land means even in the forest it was there, even in the cities or towns it was there. Subiksha was there everywhere. That means every region was self-sustainable. We will come to the other shlokas also where we will know this. So when everybody respects environment and when everybody is in their own environment and respects the environment, all these external fires will not occur. The next one is people fire. So it is character. Suppose if I have a lot of desires, I want to acquire property, I want to acquire money, etc. I see that my neighbor is having all this. So I make a plan to rob from my neighbor, or I make a plan to destroy my neighbor's property. In the villages and all, you see one farmer who is having lot of yield, his yield will be destroyed by another farmer just because they hate each other. So this Mada and Matsarya between people, it actually creates the fire between people. So Nachagni Jambhim. First of all, there was no Madhamatsarya at all in Ramaraja. Everybody is following Dharma, everybody are contented, everybody wants to only have what they want to have. No hoarding business, etc. etc. So they don't want to, they are not envious about another person if he is having more. When Madhamatsarya is not at all there is no work. So Nachagni Bhayam Kinchit. Even natural fires were not occurring because you respect the environment and you are in tandem and each Pradesha is sustainable. The fire inside the people which is caused, and that fire, the fire which we cause to others, the harm which we cause to others is also not there. That is what is, there will be no fear of fires, means that is the fire that is being talked about. Napsu Majjanti Jantavaha. Napsu Majjanti Jantavaha. Suppose you have a lot of rain, Ativrishti, everywhere water everywhere. Water can create havoc. So, see, if you see the Nachagni Bhayam Kinchit is lack of water, Anavrishti, which will lead to fire. Anavrishti leads to fire. Ativrishti leads to water havoc. So Anavrishti and Ativrishti was not there. That is another meaning which is coming out of this. Napsu manjanti jantavaha. So when water is not in excess, it was only how much ever you require. No need of drowning inside the water, suddenly water gushing into the city, into the roads. All these things are not there. So the basis of all this is contentment, dharmika way. The entire society is safe means we create a sustainable environment. So this is a very important point. Today we are thinking that all this dharma is rituals and following these rituals is actually going to harm us, but it is going to protect us externally, internally, everywhere. It is going to protect us. This all these youngsters and the modern people should realize how a dharmic and the dharmically oriented society can have a sustainable environment and a uh, um, sustainable community, and the entire country can become very prosperous. This is, and that is Ramarajya. This is Ramarajya. Napsu majjanti jantavaha navatajam bhayam kinchit. Navatajam bhayam kinchit. By air there was no trouble. Not jwarakrita bhayam tata. Everybody were having swasthya. Why they were having swasthya? They were not eating adulterated food. They are not eating wax polished apples. They are not eating chemical bananas, chemically grown bananas. They are not eating vegetables which are of different size. So they are, everybody is doing swadharma. They are in tandem with nature. The swasthya is protected because of their tushti, and their pushti is maintained. Everything is around that dharma. Vatajam bhayam nakvapi jarakritam tatha. The jara, etc., the epidemics are the imbalance, vata pitta kapha imbalance in the body creates jara. So when vata bhaya is not there, pitta bhaya is not there, apsu bhaya is not there, agni bhaya is not there, internally, externally, there is no jara which is going to occur. From Ayurvedic perspective also we can look at this shloka. So except man, everybody in the nature is doing their swadharma. If that is what we see today. If man does his swadharma, he is in tandem with nature, he is in line with nature, and there is no fear of any epidemic, anything also. This kind of people is not there. These kind of epidemics are also not there. This is the meaning of this shloka. Nachapi kshudbhayam tatra nataskara bhayam tatha nagarani cha rashtrani dhanadhanya yutani cha. Nachapi kshudbhayam tatra. There is no fear of hunger. Now, as I told you, if each pradesha can have producers and consumers, and each person is going to produce and how much ever is required for himself and for the society, no excess profit motive, no excess greed. What will happen? The pradesha has got sufficient ahara, and everybody takes the ahara and is very happy. So there is no kshudbhaya. Similarly, in the forests also, if the ecosystem and the food chain ecosystem of the beings are maintained, the forests are not destroyed for the sake of development, then what happens is kshudbhaya is not there. Fear of hunger is not there. This is what is, everybody gets food wherever they are. So when you are getting food and when you are getting paid correctly. So in Ayodhya Kanda, I remember Rama asked Bharata, are you paying timely salary to your subordinates? Are you paying appropriate salary to the subordinates? So a man is working and he is getting appropriate salary and timely salary means he is contented. He buys whatever food he wants to buy or dhanya he wants to buy. If he is not producing, he is contented. If he is producing, he will produce. So he will not steal, he will not hoard because he knows that nobody is going to increase the price tomorrow. Therefore, I have to buy today itself and keep 10 kgs in my house. No, he buys slowly how much ever he needs. So, taskara bhayam nasti, shudbhayam nasti. Everybody respects their borders, their limits. Everybody respects the other jantus. They don't try to enter the forest. See, today animals are entering When animals migrate, if you destroy forest, the animals migrate and they come, they enter the villages because you have taken up their space, they take your space. So all these are intricately connected to one word, that is tushti and dharma. Contentment, dharma, and less of no hoarding. I want more, I want more. Intricately, these shlokas are connected. Nagarani cha rashtrani dhanadanya yutani cha. This is again the Nagarani Dashtani. So today you have people migrating into cities, and city is full of population. Because city is full of population, you have to grow, you have to make the banana grow. That which grows in 15 days, it has to grow in 2 days or 1 week. You put chemicals, you put fertilizers. What all you do, you to make sure that you meet the demand of the population. So that is because migration. So this migration is not at all there. Everybody Nagarani, Rashtrani. There are Nagaras, towns, small towns and villages, Rashtras, the entire this one. All these Nagaras and Rashtras were full of wealth and grains everywhere. So the Subiksha was there, the Tushti was there, the Pushti was there. So you had wealth and grains everywhere, grown everywhere. Producers and consumers were there everywhere. So there is no shortage. You don't have a shortage. So you are also worried about what the other person is there. So that if other person is having difficulty, you go and help. Therefore, that person also does not have shortage. So all these things is conducted. It is because of the Ramarajya. Because people followed their dharma and it became Ramarajya. This is Ramarajya that Narada is talking. Nityam pramudita sarve yatha krita yuge tata. Everybody was happy, just like how in Kritayuga. Just 1 minute. Ashwamedha Shatairištva Tatha Bahu Suvarnakaihi Gavam Kotya Yutam Dattva Vidbadbhyo Vidhipurvakam. Now, till now, we were talking of the subjects. How were the subjects? How were the entire people of Ayodhya and the entire Rashtra when Rama was ruling, Ramarajya? This was the prediction given by Narada. He said, this is how they will be. It is a future tense, remember. Now, Ashwamedha Shatairištva, the Raja, our Raja Rama, how is he going to be? Ashwamedha Shatairištva, he is going to do hundreds of Ashwamedha Yagas, Tata Bahu Suvarnakaihi. He will have he will do many danas, bahu suvarna, the dana of gold. Bahu suvarnakaihi ishtva, ashwamedha shataihi ishtva. He will do many yagas, which also involves giving gold coins as dana. He will also do hundreds of Ashwamedha yagas. This Ashwamedha yaga is a yaga where the horse of a particular king who is doing the yaga is sent across the state. And if anybody has got any objection with the ruler, they can capture that horse, and the ruler has to fight and win over that horse and bring the horse back to the place and do the puja of that horse, and then say that I will take care of this, just because this horse has gone to all the places and has come. I, as a Chakravarti, will take care of all these kings and this entire Rajya, and it is my responsibility. And he takes that and he starts ruling. He does the yajna for Lokakshema and he starts ruling with the help of all the Samanta Rajas, subordinate kings, who have accepted this main Raja as the main king or Chakravarti or an emperor. So this is how it is. Ashwamedha Shatairištva. Rama, when Rama is going to do Ashwamedha, from a dharmic perspective, what is going to happen if Ashwamedha is done? Ashwamedha is done, all these yajnas are done with the Patni. So Rama is going to do all these yajnas with his Patni. So the people are going to feel happy that these kind of yajnas are done for the Lokakshema. So Ashwamedha Shatairištva Tatha bahu suvarnakaihi gavam kotya yutam dattva, immeasurable koti, 10,000 crores. Ayutam means 10,000. Koti means crore. So ayuta kotya yutam means 10,000 crores. It means everybody had too many. That is what it means. How much ever you have, you give the cows. In those days, the wealth was measured only by cows. This fellow has 100 cows. This fellow has 1,000 cows. The fellow who has 1,000 cows is more wealthier than the fellow who has 100 cows. This is how they were measuring. So gavam kotya yutam dattva. So these godana was very common in those days. Gavam kotya yutam dattva vidvadbhyo vidipurvakam. Main thing is he used to respect the Rama will respect the scholars. Vidvadbhyo vidipurvakam. Vidipurvakam vidvadbhyaha saha. Rama gives respects to the Rama shall give respect to the Vidwans. These Vidwans who are there, Veda Vidwan, Shastra Vidwan, Kala Vidwan, all these people are going to be present in Ramarajya, and all these people are going to be respected. Every art form, every knowledge form is going to be respected. That is what is Vidvadbhyo Vidipurvakam. Asankheyam dhanam dattva. Asankheyam dhanam dattva. Brahmanebhyaha mahayashaha. So dhanam, the wealth is given as dhana to the Brahmins. Brahmins have to be supported by Kshatriyas. So asankheyam dhanam dattva. Rama is going to give danas to the Kshatriyas. And when he is giving danas, Brahmanebhyo mahayashaha. What is this mahayashaha? When are you called mahayashaha? When the dravya that you earn is pure, it is not corrupt, then it is called mahayashaha. The mahayashaha here indicates the corruption-free nature of the society. So Rama used to earn money. How from the kingdom? How does the kingdom earn money? By people paying taxes. So in a proper way, he used to get the money and he used to distribute it back to the Brahmins and the citizens. That was the way he was doing. Mahayashaha. So Mahayashaha tells that he was not corrupt. Asankheyam dhanam dattva brahmanebhyo mahayashaha rajavamshan shatagunan. Rajavamshan shatagunan. Rajavamshan, the lineages of kings. Shatagunan stapayishyati Raghavaha. So Rama, he will create all thousands of kings under him, who are going to follow the ideals of Rama, who are going to be like Rama, who are going to share knowledge like Rama, who are going to study Ramayana, who are going to be do yagas, who are going to respect the Vidwans. Like that, Raja Vamshan Shatagunan, he is going to establish hundreds of kings like him. What will happen? When all these people are established, all these kings are established in their respective kingdoms, people will also do dharma. The respective rajas are doing dharma, the people also will do dharma. Stapayishyati Ragavaha. This is how the Ramarajya is getting established. This is the role of the king, and this is what is happening to the king. Having if Rama will establish many lineages of kings and many Samanta Rajas, and he'll ensure that Ramarajya is there. Now, what another thing that we are talking here, Chaturvarnyancha lokesmin Preshe dharmeni yokshati. Chaturvarnya refers to the Varna Vyavastha. It is not the system of four Varnas. It is not caste system. Please understand, Chaturvarnya, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra is not caste system of Hindus. This is a blemish. People call it caste. Varnashrama dharma is beautifully explained in Dharma Shastra and in Bhagavad Gita. Chaturvarnyam chalokesmin. Chaturvarnyam mayasrishtam. There also it says, what is this Chaturvarnyam? Chaturvarnyam is every society has got every society, if it has to follow dharma, it needs certain activities to be performed. So you require an intellectual pradhana activity. You require a physical power like a person. You require a transactional person. You require a person who helps you. Now, so let us take an example. I am now going to live in a particular village. What do I need? I need water, I need food, I need all these things. So I got all those things. After I get my basic things managed by my earnings or whatever it is. I need to be safe. Suppose some robber comes and other things and all. So you have a person who is a Raja, who is a Dharmika, who is going to protect you. So why only a Raja can protect you? Because he's more powerful, he's having more physical power. He is practiced that is a Kshatriya, he is having that is there. It is genetically, it is coming. It is also a trait, as a trait or as a swabhava, it is there. So there are two parts to the kind of dharma we are talking, Chaturvarnya Vyavastha. One is genetic. Genetically or hereditarily, you have that power, you have that genes in you to continue that. The other one is your swabhava, or you are influenced by the ecosystem where you live, where you become certain character. So you become intellectually oriented, you become physically oriented, you become transactionally oriented, you become an assistant, or you can help around with all these three kinds of people. So that is the Chaturvarnya Vyavastha, which created the balance in the society. This is what is being told by Narada. He says in Ramarajya, all the society will be balanced. It will have few people who are going to be intellectually powerful. That is, they will have the knowledge of Vedas, Vedangas, Shastras, sciences, etc. They are called Brahmanas, maybe. Then you will have the Kshatriyas, who are the kings, etc., the soldiers, etc. All these people who are going to protect the entire society, they are called Kshatriyas. Then there are going to be people who are going to transact and keep the economic balance inside the society. They are called Vaishyas. Then there are going to be people who are going to support all these three sects of the society, who are going to do seva and who are going to serve these three, help these three sects of the society. They are called Shudras. This is how it was divided. And a particular number, everybody is not oriented to read Vedas. Everybody is not oriented to fight a war. Everybody is not oriented to go overseas and transact and bring trade or do something. Everybody is not in the mood to do seva also or help each other. So in any society, for a balanced society, especially when you are talking of Ramarajya, you need the Chaturvarnya Vyavastha. And that is what is the system of four varnas. Chaturvarnyancha lokesmin sve sve dharme niyokshati. And when Chaturvarnya Vyavastha is there, a Brahmana will not suddenly get into trading. A Brahmana will only worry about his study of Vedas, the sciences, the etc. and teaching it to the others. This is the job of a Brahmana. Adhyanam, Adhyapanam, Yajanam, Yajanam, Danam, Pratigraham. Satkarmani Brahmanasya. This is what he has to do. Today, Brahmins are going and earning money in IT company. So now it means you have changed your dharma. So like that, in those days, there was no change in the dharma that we are doing. The system of four varnas. So the Brahmins, when they did this, they were protected by the Kshatriyas. Their livelihood was ensured by the Kshatriyas. Today, a Brahmin goes and has to earn outside because there is no Kshatriya dharma to protect us. There is no Kshatriya to protect us. We have to take care of ourselves. Like this, all these things are happening. But in Ramarajya, every section of the society, the intellectually oriented people were doing their job. The physically oriented people were doing the job of protection. Everybody were doing their jobs. Sve sve dharme niyokshati. He will make them, Rama will make sure that everybody does their job. You need not shift careers. You need not, just because you didn't, you didn't do something good, you need not shift careers, or some area is not flourishing, you need not shift careers in Ramarajya. So he will make the four varnas act as per the dharma, as prescribed by the Shastra. Now, Dashavarsha Sahasrani, Dashavarsha Shatani cha Ramo Rajyam Upasitva Brahmalokam Prayasati. How many years Rama will rule the kingdom? 11,000 years he will rule. Dashavarsha Sahasrani is 10,000. Dashavarsha Shatani cha. Dasavarsha Shatani. Shatani is 100. 100 years. 10,000 plus 1,000. 1,000 is 1,000. 11,000. So 11,000 years, our Rama is going to rule this kingdom. And after ruling for 11,000 years, Brahmalokam Prayasyati, he will go to the Brahmaloka. Now, this is the Ramarajya Kalpana, which is given in Sankshepa Ramayana. Such a Kalpana is possible only, as we found out, only by a dharmic intention of the subjects and the king. Now comes the most surprising element, which Valmiki is going to hear. Immediately Valmiki hears and Narada closes his eyes. You imagine Narada closing his eyes now and telling, Idam pavitram papaghram punyam vedaishcha sammitam yah pathed ramacharitam sarvapapaih pramuchate. He gives a Phalashruti to this entire conversation. Valmiki is now astonished. Where did this Phalashruti come? Who is writing this? Who is now composing this? How is this conversation going to be recorded? What is this which is happening? Suddenly, idam pavitram papaghram. If somebody listens to this, if he listens or reads this set of Sankshepa Ramayana Shlokas, which is Rama Gunas and other things, idam pavitram. This is sacred. This will destroy all the skin. This is punyam. This has meritorious effect. Punyam Vedaishcha Samitam. It has the dharma which is present in the Vedas. Therefore, it is equal to the Vedas. It is pavitram papagnam. It can destroy the skin. Yah patayat, he who recites Ramacharitam sarva papaih pramuchate. This is the way Narada is describing to Valmiki. Valmiki is now astonished. What is this kind of surprise which is coming with and landing on me? Suddenly Narada is telling, idam pavitram, this Phalashruti he is giving. And what is this? It is papagnam, papam granti iti, papagnaha, papagnam tam, vedaishcha sammitam. See, what is the meaning of this? If we start reading this Ramacharitam and if we get immersed in Ramagunas, what will happen? We will start reading Ramayana, we'll start reading Sankshepa Ramayana, we'll start reading the original Ramayana. One time, second time, third time, there are people, I have heard of people who have done 1,000 Ramayana Parayanas. I have heard people who have literally in their lives Navaha Parayana means 9 days. So they have done Parayana for more than 1,000 times. More than 1,000 times people have done Parayanas. I've heard and seen, even today they are existing in Andhra, in Tamil Nadu, in Karnataka. There are some people who have done more than 1,000 Rama Parayanas. See what happens to them. They will become like Rama only. After reading Ramayana for 1,000 times, 100 times, repeated reading, all the qualities of Rama gets internalized in you. You don't know anything else other than Rama's qualities because you have been reading Ramayana only. You don't know anything. You don't know corruption. You don't know anything. You don't know how to this one. You only know how Rama does work. How Rama is the response in certain situations. That is the kind of internalizing we are talking. If you internalize the shlokas like that, idam pavitram, it can be very sacred. This can be treated very sacred. It can destroy all your sins. Because we will not commit the sin only. Where is destroying the sin? We are not going to commit the sin only because we are going to be dharmic. Means how are we going to be having papas? Because if you have papas, you have to go do prayaschitta, you have to do all that. Now there is no papa only. Sarvam papaihi pramuchate. He will not have papas. Now the first instance, papas will not happen only if you are reading Ramayana. If you are reading this. This is the message. Yafpatet Ramacharitam Sarva Papai Pramuchate. Yetadakhyanam Ayushyam. Yetat Akhyanam Ayushyam. Akhyanam is story. Ayushyam. This entire Ramayana Katha is going to bestow your Ayu span is going to increase. How is it going to increase, sir? If I follow dharma, if I be swastya, if I am contented, if I am tushti, if I am not having any adi, if I am not having any vyadhi, I am going to lead a long life. I am going to be perfectly fit. I am going to lead a long life. I will follow the yoga marga. I will lead a long life. All this Rama has shown by going to the forest, wearing the tapasa, this one doing pranayama, doing agnihotra. All these things he was doing. Rama in the forest also. So, idam akhyanam ayushyam, it gives you long life. Pathan Ramayanam Naraha, one who recites and follows it. A Naraha, a man. Sapotra Pautra Saganaha, along with his children, grandchildren. After death, the best of the words he will attain with respect. What is the meaning of that? If he is studying Ramayana and engrasses himself in Ramanama, at the time of death also, he is going to tell Rama, Rama, Rama and pass away. And if he is passing, telling Antakale cha mameva, Sparan Muktva Kalevaram, even though he did not get knowledge or jnana, he will go to Brahmaloka where he will get all the Upadesha and he will be released from cycle of birth and death slowly. And if this Ramanama is going to take him anywhere for him, the Rama Bhakti, Ramanama is going to take him to the higher worlds. Saputra Pautra Saganaha Pretya Swarge Mahiyate. This is the Phalashruti that has been given. What a Phalashruti, what a kind of thing. And we can scientifically experience this if we start reading Ramayana daily and start incorporating the Rama Gunas in ourselves and start behaving like a dharmic person. Start inspiring others to follow Dharma like the way we follow Dharma. Then this entire society becomes Ramarajya and entire people will always keep on telling Ramanama and Ramanama Kathana, always telling Ramanama Kathana and having satsanga and thinking about Rama, doing what Rama does, following Swadharma will lead you to a very, very peaceful death. And you will remember Rama when you are dying. And that way you will pretya swargya mahiyate. You will definitely go to the best of the worlds after your death also. This is the message. Pathan Vijo Vagrishabhattvamiyat Syat Kshatriyo Bhumi Patitvamiyat Vanijjana Panya Phalattvamiyat Janascha Shudropi Mahattvamiyat. Pathan Dvijaha. So the Chaturvarnya Vyavastha, what our just now Chaturvarnyam cha loke asmin sve dharme niyokshati. So if you are having a Chaturvarnya system and you are having 4 types of people in a society balanced, what this shloka is telling, first thing it is telling is everybody can read Ramayana. Everybody can read Ramayana. It is open to all. They can study Ramayana. They can internalize Ramayana. They can internalize Rama Gunas. They can have moksha. There is no restriction. There is nobody can put this restriction on anybody. That is the impact of this shloka. Pathan Dvijaha. What does a intellectual person? Vag Rishabhattvamiyat. Pathan Dvijaha Vag Rishabhattvamiyat. Vag Rishabha means he'll become a best orator. Once, how does he become a best orator? He will start reading and writing Ramayana. He will start thinking about the knowledge inside the Ramayana, and he will start to teach that. So when he starts to teach about Ramayana, he will get that quality of Vakrishabha, that he'll become a very good orator, because whatever Ramayana is telling is not something which is out of the world. It is something which is easy to understand, easy to follow, very natural, and it is not some other science from another world. So Vagrishabhatvam is by reciting, by reading Ramayana continuously, by following Rama's paths continuously, the Vagrishabhatvam yat. A Brahmana, an intellectual person, will become one of the best orators. He will be called, hey, you spoke today very well about Rama's gunas. That's what people will start telling. He will read Ramayana and he will tell Ramayana. He will do a discourse on Ramayana. He will become a very great orator of Ramayana. All these things will happen. Pathan Vidaha Vag Rishabhattvamiyat. Next, Syat Kshatriyo Bhumi Patitvamiyat. Now, Kshatriya. A Kshatriya, if he knows how to, if he reads Ramayana, if he reads the Kachit Sarga, if he reads the Sankshepa Ramayanam, he will understand how to be a successful Kshatriya. Syat Kshatriyo Bhumi Patitvam. Bhumipatitvam. Bhumipatitvam is when do you can become an owner of a land. Okay. Ruler of an earth. When you get wealth. When will you get wealth? When you have knowledge, when you have good qualities, when you can, when you have an intention, noble intentions, when you are corruption free, when you want to transact properly, all these things will make you have Dhana Samriddhi. You will have a good cow, you will have good agriculture, etc. You will have good Dhana Samriddhi. So Dhana Samriddhi will make you, this one you will buy land and you can become Bhumipati. Slowly you, even Kshatriyas, when they follow Ramayana and Rama, because they are Kshatriyas, they will be oriented to be like a Kshatriya. And they will follow Rama's path and become the ruler of the whole earth. They will rule the whole earth with completely like a king, or they will rule the whole earth with their qualities. They will have so many good qualities that they can rule others. That is what is Syat Kshatriyo Bhumi Patittvamiyat. Panijjanaha Panya Phalattvamiyat. Vanijjanaha. Vanijjanaha Panya Phalattvamiyat. Another thing is, suppose a Kshatriya is Rajya Brashta. See, we must think of 2-3 situations here. Suppose you have something, you had something with you, you lost that thing, and you did Ramayana Parayana, Sankshepa Ramayana Parayana, you will get back that thing. That is what is also one thing which we have to remember. This, if he is a Kshatriya and if he has lost his kingdom, he will read Sankshepa Ramayana, he will get back his kingdom slowly. That is the power of Sankshepa Ramayana. Bhumi Patittvamiyat. Suppose you lose something, you get back your thing. Vanijjanaha Panya Phalattvamiyat. Vanijjanaha Panya Phalatvam. He will get great fortune in trade. What is the meaning of great fortune? As we said, Pushtaha, Tushtaha, Sudharmikaha. If you are a Dharmika, if you are Pushta and listen, because by reading Ramayana, you will also get into those qualities. You will think that I should not cheat somebody. When you follow dharma in your trade, even today, you will get great fortune. That's all. Simple thing. Vanijjanaha Panya Phalatvam Iyat. You read Ramayana, you follow dharma, which Ramayana is dharma, follow dharma, follow Ramayana, you get great fortune in trade. Janascha Shudropi Mahatvam Iyat. Janascha Shudropi. Even the Shudra or a servant, he also will get great benefit from this study of Ramayana. Now, study of the Sankshepa Ramayana. This is the Shloka for Sankshepa Ramayana Phalashruti. The same thing can be applied to Ramayana. Ramayana Phalashruti is even more larger and very, very big, whereas Sankshepa Ramayana Phalashruti is very small. These 2-3 shlokas, Idam Pavitram Papagnam, Etadakhyanam Ayushyam, and Patan Dijovag Sabatvam Yat. These 3 are said to be the Phalashruti, or the fruit of studying Valmiki Ramayana. Now you see, now this Narada has told all these shlokas to Valmiki. Now Valmiki is stunned. Narada has closed his eyes and he is experiencing Rama. Valmiki also closes his eyes. And they both are experiencing Rama in the way it has to be experienced. Valmiki is now having hundreds of questions. What is this? He has given something, Patan Vijova Krishavattumiya. That means he wants it to be documented, or is it already documented? Has it been already composed? I asked a few questions. Now, these few questions he answered. I thought he was answering my questions. After that, he told the Charitra, the story of Rama and the Ramayana story he told. Now he is telling Idam Pavitram Papa Gnam and all these things he is telling. How is this all happening? How does this all come together? Is something which Valmiki is very, very thoughtful, and he's thinking about that. And that is what next he goes to. With that thought only, he goes to Tamasa Nadi. After Narada leaves from that place, he goes to Tamasa Nadi for Snana, and then he meets the Kraunchava, the Pakshi, and he kills that. The one hunter is killing that Pakshi. Then he Manishada Pratishtantam. His shoka, which is nothing but his sorrow, came out like a shloka. He's surprised at the way he spoke. Then he comes to his ashrama and starts thinking, what did I do? I spoke something. Then Brahma comes to him and says, Mat chanda deva pravritteyam Saraswati. Because I was there, because of my blessings, you got this Saraswati. You have now heard Ramayana from Narada. You got the Saraswati, a shloka. This is how you have to compose Ramayana. And I will tell you the details. And he goes into another sarga and tells him the details. After which he gives the Shakti and he says, just you have Amalaka, if you have a Amalaka is Nellikai, they say. Amalaka, that is if you have a Nellikai or a fruit in your hand, the way it looks, you can see that fruit. The same way you can see all the vision because of your Yoga Shakti and your Tapas Shakti. You can see what all happened to Rama, Sita and Lakshmana. And based on this, you have to compose this entire Ramayana. From there, Valmiki Bhagavan starts composing the Ramayana. After Brahma gives the power, he starts composing the Ramayana and sends, and then starts the Ramayana story. When he composes this Ramayana, he composes the entire Ramayana till from there, from Ayodhya, Varnana, from all this Dasharatha Yaga, etc., Balakanda, till the end Pattabhisheka. And then he is thinking as to, I have now composed this wonderful kavya. It is now in it can be sang in a beautiful way. I should find someone to give this kavya. And then he sees that at that time, Sita is there in his ashrama. So in Sita's ashrama, all this is happening. Sita and Valmiki, Sita is there and she gives birth to Lava and Kusha. So Valmiki decides that anyhow they have studied the Vedas and they have come here. Now let me transfer in the sense they have studied Vedas, they are now eager to learn this. So he transfers the entire story of Ramayana to them, and they start singing the Ramayana, and they go to Ayodhya back and they sing it in front of Rama. Rama understands that this Ramayana has been done. He feels happy hearing his own Ramayana. All these things are happening, and when this entire thing gets composed, even the Sankshepa Ramayana gets composed on top of it. And Valmiki makes sure that Tapaswadhyaya, the 100 shlokas, which he first got, he's also composed on top of that. And he makes sure the other thing that he went to the Tavasa Nadi and saw the Kraunsa Pakshi, that second sarga is also captured. Brahma's blessings is also captured. And then starts Valmiki's version of Ramayana. So the entire Ramayana has been composed like this. So this is the story of how Ramayana came and how this entire thing has been viewed. So with this, we have completed the objectives in the course that we have had for ourselves, that we will have to study the Sankshepa Ramayana verse by verse meaning. Purely by Rama's grace, we have completed this. And believe me, this is only a surface scratching that we have done. Still, lot of depth is there. We could have gone into depth, but there was a time limitation. Tomorrow is day after tomorrow is Ramanavami. We want to be ready for Ramanavami and make sure that we understand Rama's story, and we do Parayanam of this. So on 30th, you would have received a mail that you all can join at the time that is indicated in the mail for the Parayanam, and do the Parayanam and do the Samarpanam. Since you have also know the meaning now, you can do the Samarpanam in front of Rama. Tomorrow we have a class. In tomorrow's class, we have collected some questions. Some of the easy questions are there. Some scientific questions, etc., and all are being asked. According to my own limitation and my whatever knowledge I have, I can answer these questions. I will, with Rama Kripa, whatever is there. I will answer these questions tomorrow. Some of the questions are very good and interesting also. I will do my best to answer these questions. Again, let us remember, it is Rama Bhakti and the trust in Ramayana that is required more than see, we can keep on asking question, what did Rama do? Why did he do this? Why did all this? All this can be we can asking, but we should read Ramayana and understand what is there in the original. Then all these questions will have answers. There may be some limitation in me in answering some of the questions. But whereas if you study Ramayana yourself, the best way to answer all these questions is studying yourself. Let us see how much I can answer tomorrow. Some of the timing related, etc. Many questions are out of the scope of this course. I will answer all the questions within the scope of this course. Some of the questions which are out of the scope of this course, I may not be able to answer. We will do that tomorrow. So we will assemble again tomorrow. Thank you very much. Sarvebhyah dhanyavadaha. Let us all study Ramayana. Let us imbibe some Rama qualities. Let us have the Rama Kataksha. Let us be friends of Rama Parivara. Let us get Guru Kripa. And let us get the Kripa of Valmiki. Let us get the Kripa of everybody who is involved in Ramayana. Dhanyavadaha. Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahishaha go brahmanebhyah subhamastu nityam loka samastas sukhino bhavantu loka samastas sukhino bhavantu.